Hi, it's Monday Morning with Cheryl. Many of us, parents, not parents, have trouble making decisions. And so this was new information for me. I was listening to the podcast Life Kit, and it was called Business Minded Ways to Make Tough Family Decisions. And it's written by an economist. Her name is Emily Oster. I've never heard of her. And she developed a framework for making decisions in regard to your children. And she recommends this for decisions made for children between like 5 and 12 years old. For older children, she said that each child is so unique that you can use parts of the framework, but not all of it is applicable. But I thought it was really interesting, and I like what she came up with. I know I work with families, and just there's all these decisions, and this author, Emily, said that it's less often about what the decision that you're actually making, but it's how to make the decision. So she has this structure, this framework, and it revolves around 4 F's. The 4 F's are one is frame. What exactly are you trying to decide? Yes, here are my notes. Don't you like how I do that? I will type them up later. But anyway, what is the decision you're really trying to make? So she gives the example. It's not, are you going to get your child a phone necessarily? It might be, what kind of phone is your child ready for? If they're 10 years old, do they need the fancy phone or just a simple phone that they would be able to call you in an emergency? So frame the question. Next, fact find. So what information is out there that would be necessary for you to help make that decision, and then you plug in the data where it's necessary. Third, make the decision, make a final decision. And then 4, follow up. You know, this is so true. Parents often think when they're making a decision that it's permanent, that you can't ever change it. What college your child goes to, what high school, if they're not going to their neighborhood public school. You can always change your mind down the road. So many times we make these decisions, they don't have to be permanent. It's okay to revisit them and follow up. So she also mentioned something that I like. She calls it parent deliberately. And she gives this example how sometimes parents make decisions without completely thinking them through. And what does that mean? So not only thinking about your family values, but what's important to you. So, for example, she gave the example of a family making the decision that their child would play soccer. Well, they didn't think it through, and then they're out on that soccer field 4 nights a week, and what they realized was that family dinner was super important to them, and because of the decision and not thinking it through carefully of what the implications would be, that the soccer really was not an ideal decision on their part. So think about parenting deliberately. If you have a decision that you need to make, here is a structure of the 4 F's. Frame, fact find, final decision, and follow up. So now you have this wonderful framework, and hopefully if you decide to use it in the future, it will be of help to you. So think about it next time you're making that decision. Thanks so much, and until next time, take care.